Welcome to episode 289 of the Bear Trap on the Boomer Bust channel, Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry, and today going to the film to see Mitch Trubisky's completed passes versus the Houston Texans. Don't think I forgot about you. Don't think I forgot about the golden boy. Of course, we have to go to the film. And since people don't like seeing his incompletions, I'll make sure we just do the completions this time. But obviously, we had a good game against the Texans. And a lot more good, I would say, than bad. So anyway, we will go through as many we'll go through as many of these as we can. There is 24 completions. That's a lot. So we'll see what we can do. But anyway, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. So our first play is 1st and 10. This is towards the end of the first quarter. Obviously, our first play on offense, we scored with the big run. So coming out empty, motioning to bunch trips to the right. Now this, I don't know if this it was supposed to be, but there was a few times where I seen this play where the two routes were running into each other. You'll have Robinson coming here across on like a slant, and then Montgomery is going to come on a cross, which I like because it creates this high-low concept. But previously, they had Montgomery running like up and running like a curl, which was like getting right in the way of this route. And I for the life of me, couldn't understand why they ran it like that. But this one I like a lot better. This is better spacing. Still a little tight. I like Montgomery. That cut is so hard. I need him maybe to round that out a little bit, just get flat. But either way, nice little throw by Trubisky. You saw the corner off, and then you just put that defender in really a read situation where he has to pick high or low, and then you throw it based off that, throw him where he ain't. You just vacate it, and there you go. So I like that. 1st and 10. Looks like the play after. So play action, which we did a lot. Just really a 3-person route, 2 receivers down the field, and then a flat route, which I believe was Cole Kmet or Jimmy Graham. Looks like Jimmy, actually. So we just have, I guess this is, I forgot what you call it. Kind of like a scissors, but anyway, a flag and then just a vert, which are good routes too. And really, it's just a check down. So let's see from under center. I mean, they play action, the split zone. Linebackers vacate. Like I said, a check down, but pretty easy for Trubisky. First and 10. At least, I think these are back-to-back. Or all of these are back-to-back. So we got 3 to the right. Just a little run action there. And this is the easy pitch and catch stuff. This is what I've been talking a little bit about. I mean, he's off, not super off, but you see he's ready to backpedal. So this is the stuff where I talked about that quick game stuff that the Packers are really good at. And some other teams that have good rapport with receivers, but that's the type of stuff we want to see, or at least I would like to see. And some might think of it's not really an RPO in my opinion, but yeah, just kind of. I mean, I guess technically that's a back shoulder, but you know, either speed out or a quick curl or a skinny post. Something with that one-on-one coverage, because you see it's a single high safety. Linebacker's not getting out there. That's just a one-on-one matchup. And I don't know if it's because this was a lesser team or what, that we felt more comfortable going with this stuff, but it was some stuff that I liked to see happen on a more regular basis. Or maybe, I mean, I've watched the film, so far I haven't seen stuff that we haven't done before, but maybe we just execute better because the team isn't as good. So it's a little sprint out, natural rub, even though that was like a clear illegal play by Wims. Also, I forgot to mention, Wims is playing again. Ain't that a little crazy? I mean, he's getting time, and that's just not the person I thought would get time. Like, there's times when Wims is on the field and Miller's not on the field, and I'm just like, really? But obviously they wanted a big receiver just to interfere. I hate plays like this. If you listen to me, you know that's how I feel. I don't care. I hate these plays. It's just a cheap pick play on third down, but that's the NFL. The NFL allows them to do that, and they are going to keep doing it. So 1st and 10. Yeah, there's a lot of passes in a row. Out of the bunch. A little play action there. Let's see what we got. We got Komet on the backside drag. We got an out and up. We got a crosser. Interesting. I don't think I've seen us run this before. And then you got Cordero in the flat the other way. I like that. That clears out the middle. And if the middle is congested, that gives you some downfield options. Also gives you somebody to outlet to. So the pocket was decent. Let me go back. The pocket was decent. Pretty clean. Not that they have too many pass rushers, especially when J.J. Watt's not on the field. Now throw that. That's a little late in behind. You want that a little quicker so he could turn upfield. As you can see, by the time he caught it, he was right into the defender. But overall, I mean, good recognition. So 2nd and 3 towards the end of the first quarter. Play action. Just a little waggle. Komet, good job after the catch. They actually have Komet pivot back, which is interesting. Jimmy G helps. It's all blurry. I can't see who's backside. They actually had it covered pretty well. Komet, I mean, obviously it's just something short that you wanted to get. But the zone, get everybody moving. Linebackers are flying, which is interesting to me. I mean, even with Komet, they covered it pretty well. I have no idea why 23 he just took himself out of the play. Komet was covered. If he would have plastered himself, this play would have, I wouldn't say it'd be dead because Trubisky could still run. But 23, you passed off the guy into coverage. And so he's staring at Trubisky thinking he's going to throw. And that's a good job by Trubisky. 23 just vacates, maybe because Trubisky turns his shoulder and he thinks he's throwing behind him. But you got a man right in front of you. That's just bad discipline there. But nice little dip to do by Trubisky. Little sleek quarterback play. So it's 1st and 10. So it's the same drive. There's hella passes. So play action. And what's crazy to me, I mean, we ran decently, but we were one of the worst run teams, even though they're one of the worst run defenses. But they were flying hard. Just because my man had one touchdown, one long run. So this is one of those routes, one of those concepts that I say come from the Rams. At least, I wouldn't say come from the Rams, but at least that's where I see it happens the most. So it's a regular play action, like a little waggle, but they take the backside receiver instead of coming over the top. He comes across this pile and leaks out as the flat defender. And so when you have Komet taking that attention, obviously the play action underneath, you got that. And it's just something they do a lot with Robert Woods, sometimes with Cooper Kupp as well. And that's something that I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot this game because I remember seeing it a lot live. But again, you do this play action a little naked. And J.J. Watt does a good job. I mean, he makes it tough. That's a good veteran move by him. But good run after the catch by Mooney. And like I said, seeing Mooney get a lot more screens, we're going to be getting him into this play action look. It's going to be a lot more opportunity for him. So this is the touchdown diamond formation. I mean, you know what it is. They're not about to run nothing out of this. I mean, you could, but not. I mean, you got Komet and all, which I like, again, that we're setting up screens with blockers. But they're not about to do that, bro. You got one-on-one with a red zone threat. And that was really, Jimmy. Like, that ball, I think they mentioned it live. The ball placement's not great. You want that to be higher. But Jimmy, that's what he does. And they said he couldn't do it. I got the comments to prove it. All right, second quarter, 2nd and 6. I forgot what the score is. I didn't get a chance to see it. So out of empty, just another check down. Let's see what we got. So Komet stays in the block because I was like, why don't we have enough routes? And looks like a double post with a crosser. I like that route or that concept, but that's a long developing concept. And then they just left the flat open. And I can already tell you they run his zone. Obviously, no one's covering him man to man, but you know it's zone because everybody's looking at the quarterback covering green grass. Leno gets beat, has to dump that off, but still a nice little decision. Now that double post with the crosser, we haven't done that. Not that it even had enough time to get there, but we haven't done that a lot. That's a little different. So out of the eye, they motion. Play action, Anthony Miller comes backside, and once again, same exact concept. A little more of a flood, couple more routes here, but exact same concept as earlier. A little bit good yak yardage, but they played that a little better. Yeah, those linebackers are flowing hard, but it's not really a play for the linebackers to make. All right, so motion to a 2x2 out of the shotgun. Play action, and it is a play action. Let me see. So play action here. Just a little slant behind it. What some would call a RPO, which they don't know what they're talking about. Because if you look at this line, there's no way this was a run. Not to mention how exposed this ball is, which can be part of the RPO, but this line's getting no movement. They're not going anywhere upfield. Whitehair goes backwards to protect him. It's not a run. at all. It's just play action. But good job. The linebackers suck up and then hit them right behind. And you know what? I've been saying this the last few years. Linebacker is becoming a really tough position. It is becoming very tough to evaluate. It's become tough to value everything because, as you can see, obviously the Texans have other problems, but if your linebackers are just completely out of sorts, and we saw that with Danny Trevathan earlier with his injury, it could really F your whole defense up. Like, you could really get picked apart just off that. But at the same time, linebackers don't play like they used to. All right, play action here. 2 deep routes, checks it down again. And this, this has to go to the linebackers. Not every coverage the linebackers have the flat, but typically they'll have some type of flat responsibility. It's either them or corner most of the time. And this flat just has been wide open. So I don't know whose responsibility it is, but it's been a lot of just dump it down and let them get yak yards. All right, 1st and 10, going into or close to the white zone, but in the red zone. And we got an old school bubble. I forgot if they gave that to him or not. I think it was at the 1. And it was good timing because you caught him on a blitz, which and we'll see from the red zone view, but it looked like you definitely caught him on a blitz. Now, this might have been an RPO because the line is all the way upfield, and the linebackers reacted. So that might not have been a blitz. That might have just been an RPO. But either way, your interior defenders all step up. That takes away a lot of pursuit and then leaves it 2-on-2. And Reed backs up at the last second, but he's still far off. So now it ends up being 2-on-2, and Miller cuts his man, which I don't get why we don't do more of. Like, I don't know exactly the NFL rules. I know you can't cut somebody that's engaged. I forgot what it's called, but that's an illegal block. That was ugly, but Trubisky just popped it over there. But I know if you cut in the open field, we need to do that because we clearly cannot block. Like Komet sometimes does that on defensive ends, especially good ones. Like, that stuff works, man. Start cut blocking, especially on these screens. All right, we're up 23-7, minute 34 left in the second quarter. All right, let's see what we got here. A-Rob. We had a motion and then a drag by Anthony Miller. This is that curl pattern because if that linebacker wasn't there, A-Rob would have went right into Komet and they would have been standing next to each other. I hate that concept. But the defender obviously stayed still, and that was a zone, so we had a hole right there, which was good look. We rush 4. They mess up the stunt. It's a good find by Trubisky. I mean, it's supposed to be a quick play anyway. The D-line messed up the stunt, and we darn near messed up picking up the stunt. Good thing Trubisky got that out because Bars messed up. Bars is not playing good. I know I see some people like, Bars has been so great. Bars has not been good in the run or the pass. 1st and 10. Take a shot 1-on-1 with A-Rob. I mean, again, he's pressed, but there's one safety back there. So more than likely, this is man or cover 3. He's got no help. And so, I mean, shoot, all day. I mean, there's no reason A-Rob can't be treated like Devontae Adams. I mean, not to say that he's the same receiver, but I'm saying there's no reason we couldn't treat him like that, where if you're going to do any type of one-on-one in the boundary or any type of off cover, whatever you do, we going to attack you. We going to make you rotate coverage. And that's one thing I wouldn't say we've done, just because probably the quarterbacks in O-line not having time, nobody's felt that they had to do that. 2nd and 18. Curl concept. Good yak by Komet. Good quick decision by Trubisky. Not mad at it. What was it? 2nd and 18. I just said it. He got close too. So let's see if it was pressure or if Trubisky just threw that. They got linebackers up on the line. They only send 4. Vacate late. Yeah. Let's go back to the wide real quick. There was nobody really there because they rotated the coverage off the blitz because there's no defender here. There's only 2 for 3. He looks confused. I'm just playing. I don't know if he's confused or not, but I'll be looking at, you got 2 people deep. Nobody's here. They vacate late. So that's open. That's good recognition. Good recognition by Trubisky. Way to attack the coverage. And then a good effort by Komet after. So 2nd and 5, 19 seconds left. Ryan Nall in the football game. And no Komet. Then they go one-on-one again. This time it's a 2 safety look. They got coverage over the top. And just a 50-50 ball. Now, again, if you listen to me, you know I'm never mad at that. Unless it's a situational thing that makes it stupid. But any other time, I'm fine with putting the ball up into a playmaker who can go get it. So they rush for. Fetty gets whooped. Trubisky just puts. Hey, that's good stuff. I haven't been zoning in on Fetty because there's been a lot of quick passes and play action and stuff. But he's probably getting trounced by Watt. You got to know younger Watt would have gave him some serious issues. All right, so it's out of empty. How much time left? 11 seconds out of empty. Already up 23-7. Man, we threw a lot in the third quarter, and I want to look at this, but this feels like we've done a lot already. But I'll look a little bit at the third quarter. Now, this, good ball placement, not a great decision at all, to be honest with you. Because the linebacker's standing right there. That's not really the best decision. Linebacker drops right into that. But that's good placement because if that's anywhere behind, that's picked. And that's so dumb by the defense. It's just like if you're in man coverage with him and he's got, if anything's coming inside of you, you know he's trailing. So get into the inside leverage. Boom. Inside. Why would you go out? It's coming in. You dropping into a zone because something's coming inside. But anyway. Good ball placement there. Third quarter, 1st and 10. The wind is going nuts outside. I don't know if y'all hear that. Hopefully not. So 3 to the left. Motion over. 2x2. Play action slide. That didn't really go nowhere. So play action, they had who was that? Jimmy come back across the formation. Texans had this covered pretty well. And the other routes too. I mean, it wasn't really anywhere to go at that moment. Let's see if there was time to. Well, this is naked, so yeah, you didn't really have time. I'm telling y'all, Trubisky's going to get whacked one time because you're going to mess with a team that is not worried about your run game because they know you don't run the ball like that, and they are going to whack Trubisky on these nakeds. And so another play action, not really a waggle. Well, kind of. I don't understand why they have two flat routes. This I don't get. Mooney's wide open. And then that's the other part, like I've always said, and because people saying this early on with Trubisky, get him on the move, do the play action rollout, do the blah, 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 blah. The problem is, or one of the downsides, is when you do this, you cut off half the field, and then you have to throw quick. Mooney's wide open. He would never be able to set up and make that throw to Mooney because he has to throw fast, you know, when you got a naked look like that and there's pressure in his face. And so you almost, I wouldn't say always, but you almost always is going to have to throw it down to the flat. And if they start covering that correctly, then that play is over with. So 2x2, play action, what I would call a laser. Nice yak. Nice yak. And again, these linebackers, man. So they do this play action again. Linebackers suck up. So they run the slant, and then his safety just whiffs. So, I mean, your safety, the last line of defense, so obviously that was on him. But really, you throw that because the linebackers are sucking up, and you'll see it from here. The crap's wide open. You motion, all right, that's man coverage. He's out of the way. Got this play action going. Middle is open. And really, it wasn't super open. Reed was in a good spot. Like, he played down pretty well, but he just did not make that tackle. 3rd and 20. Probably something short. So I don't particularly remember this play. Yep. Screen. Good job by Dave Montgomery. We know how he is on Yak. All right, so we'll look at a couple more. Oh, we're in the 4th quarter. Nope, I'm good. All right, that was Trubisky completions versus the Texans. And pretty much what I said in the recap, a good amount of play action. Some different concepts. Some things ran in different ways. Some couple plays that I wouldn't say I've necessarily noticed before. So I like that. It was trending in the right direction. That's all within the context of playing Texans, one of the worst defense as far as execution. But as far as just looking at what was out there, I liked it. I mean, I liked how we really attacked whoever was covering Allen Robinson. I liked how we made the linebackers pay for the play action. I like how we attacked the flats when they weren't covering it. It just seemed not even the execution part. Like I said, it's not like, okay, well, we're doing the same stuff. We're just doing it better. I think the calls were a little different, and the way it was set up was a little different. And so, combine that with the run game being a little bit more effective. It came together well, but yeah, the Texans also a bad defense, so that has to be taken into account. But as far as Trubisky himself, I mean, like I said, a couple nice little things, but it comes down to confidence. Again, you go up against teams like any team, really, you start making plays. you feel confident, but you go up against a team where you know you could beat them up and you start rolling. I mean, it is what it is. I honestly didn't see a whole lot of any difference. I mean, it was still Trubisky. A lot of times the spiral wasn't tight. Ball placement can be bad in certain areas, but he had a couple plays where he really put it where it needed to be and made some good decisions. So anyway, that's it for me. Go down in the comment section, share it around, get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, stay up and bear down.